Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Grass and Grain with me, Jack O'Brien. Today is going to be quite an update. Something has been in the pipeline for a while. We've finally been able to really kind of make things happen. Before we get into that, though, let's just go this way. I think we're going for a drive through the village to see if there's any new developments on the build site down the old yard. I've just dropped off Daisy, who has gone to pick up the new baler combination we have. Stumped up and bought a new baler. Following on from our demonstration we had on the last video that you saw there, we plumbed for one. We're going to have a look at that when we get back up to the yard as well. Probably about in about 5 minutes time in terms of the video, I would imagine. But we have some news, which has been a work in progress really for a while. I think I maybe I've alluded to it recently, that there was some potentially significant developments in the pipeline, and they have come through. Something I've been in talks with my business bank account manager, and a few local people as well, as to the likelihood of making things happen really. Essentially, after we got ourselves set up on our new yard, when we bought that block of land up there was an option on the contract that we signed. I didn't really think it was going to materialize, but it has. And so that's something we're going to look to. We were given the option, and we took advantage of it. Now it's going to be it's a big step for the business. It's going to be huge, and it's going to require a lot more work from ourselves, with a lot more initial investment for sure. But we have been able to secure the capital required from the bank to do so. So we're going to go and have a look at what that looks like today. Right now, though, we're just going to swing into the yard here, just to have a look, see if anything's changed. I don't think it has. I think they're very much waiting for the foundations to be put in. But once that's done, then they should be able to really get cracking. So, yeah, we're still in the same place as we were, but there's a nice big pad here anyway for them to start building. Honestly, Rapista looks wonderful, must admit. That looks really, really good. Very happy with how that's coming. We've had some good growing weather in the last few days. It's been sunny. We did get a little bit of rain when we needed to, just to allow all of our crops really to grow. Spring barley starting to tiller quite nicely as well. It's coming on. They're looking quite good there. So we should start to see some continued improvement there. But we're heading up the road. We're heading back towards the yard. Come on. Thank you, sir. Up we go. And yeah, so when we bought the yard, we bought the land off Neil, who was the farmer of the big farm on the top of the hill here. You may remember we did the first cut silage there as well, and he has been going through a few issues personally, which I'm sure you wouldn't want me to go into there, but nonetheless, that has meant that there was an opportunity that arose for me to actually acquire the land and the deed to the Shamrock farm, as it is known. So, on a long-term tenancy agreement, we have now taken over the yard. So what does that look like for us? Well, we're not going to be moving our equipment again. We've just invested into our yard. We're going to be keeping that going. That's going to be important. What in the world has happened here? There's a bit of a bump there, but I can't wait around to squeeze through. Thank you. There we go. Yeah, so we are going to be leasing out some of the sheds up here. To whom, I don't know yet, but that's certainly what we're going to be trying to do, just to offset some of the tenancy fees, really, some of our rent. Now, right now, there's still a whole lot of equipment in here that we're going to get assist to sell, really. Neil is getting rid of all of his old gear. Nice encased. I don't think we need that, but someone will take it. And effectively, yeah, we're going to be moving in. Now we're going to be moving in with the sole purpose of starting a herd of cattle. So it's very exciting. Now we're going to have a quick look around here. I just got a letter. I'm going to actually knock on the door and drop that off. Just a final signed contract. In here. Told me. Hello? No, oh well, we'll just leave it on the table there anyway. So this is gonna be our new yard really. Like I say, an opportunity that really came from nowhere. There haven't been any cattle in here for a while now. Neil's idea was that we did the first cut silage with the intention of them bringing the herd back in, but if things have deteriorated for many different reasons. They're going to sell up, or they're going to lease the land and the steadings to myself, and we are going to take over, which is wonderful for me. Tragic really for Neil and his family there, but this is for the best in the long run. They're going to stay in the house obviously as well. But yeah, we've got plenty of storage space here. I have been mentioning for a while that grain storage was going to be a concern of mine. Not so much anymore, which is good. Got plenty of storage space here for bales and fodder as well. We do have an awful lot of land that we need to get onto now. We've increased our acreage by about 400 acres, can you believe? So we really need to get some of this growing as well, because before long we're going to have to I want to get some more silage off here and also a bit more hay as well. So that's going to require quite a bit of work from myself, but it's going to be good. Now, like I say, this equipment's going to be removed. I think some of it's already been sold, if I'm not mistaken. Is there anything in here? There's a few bits and pieces in here. I think this old tractor, or this smaller Ford New Holland here has been taken. People are going to kill me for saying it's a Ford, but you all know what I mean. And yeah, and the case needs to be sold, but there are a few other bits and pieces that we need to get rid of there as well. So. But I do like the amount of storage space that we have. Ooh, a nice smart looking round baler. But yeah, we're going to have to get onto this. Now, stock wise, we're not going to go into dairy just yet. We are going to be looking mainly into beef production, I do believe. So we'll have to see how that gets on. In terms of numbers and breeds we're looking into, not sure yet. But that's all something we're going to be looking into. Got a few meetings to go to with some local buyers as well, just to see what we can get a hold of there. But there's a lot to take in. I need to look at ideally bringing in at least one more member of staff, someone with a lot of dairy and livestock experience, because we're going to have to really make this count. So that's going to be interesting to say the very least. But that's going to be a lot of extra work for us. It's going to be exciting. It means really from the long term there that there is huge possibilities for the business. It's going to give us another revenue. The contracting is going to continue still where possible, but we're also going to have a lot more requirements of our own now for straw, silage and hay. And then if we're going for beef production as well, I might look to bring in some fodder beet in there as well, just as a different option. Now, I did mention as well that we have just received delivery of a new baler, which is very exciting. We had a great trip down south with the team and our fleet just to go and do a little bit of contracting down there. And big shout out to my local rep as well, who was able to pull together 3 different balers. Obviously the McHale fusion that we had already. We had the Class Rollant down there, and then we also had the Kuhn. I don't remember, is it the Kuhn and Telewrap? Could have been, I think, as well. But as the growing theme tends to be around this farm, there's a brand that is definitely taken over, and that is definitely the case here. You can see we have gone for the Class Rollant. This is the Uniwrap, and this was a very, very nice baler, and all truth be told. Picked this one over the McHale for a couple of reasons. McHale, I didn't have any local dealers nearby me, so it was a second-hand baler, that one in particular. It was a bit cheaper than this one, don't get me wrong, but it was going to require a lot more servicing. Had about 18,000 bales on the clock already, so that's quite a lot on there, whereas this one, the clock counter is set to 0, and it just seemed to be the right move. The Class dealership I've had support-wise so far has been second to none, with Rickaby's there, and that's going to continue. So we're looking forward to seeing how that goes. And also Class, we have a large Class presence now throughout the fleet, and hoping to really continue with that as well. So yeah, we're going for a baler. We're looking to get some more work done now, based off what we're looking into with the expansion. That's not going to be too much of an issue there at all. I don't think. We've got plenty of opportunities there to get going. So we're going to have a lot of opportunity to get some more land build up. We'll be able to do both round silage and square silage now, which is going to be a great option for a little bit of diversification with our contracting as well. Elsewhere, we're out in the fields at the moment. I have the other young Jack, as I refer to him as. He's out in the sprayer. It's a little breezy right now, but it's only going to get worse. So it's not too bad to be spraying at the moment. So we're out on some of the spring barley, just getting tier 2 into there right now, and it's starting to look very good. So that's fantastic. We're trying to, hopefully today, might stick Daisy onto the big old brute, and we're going to get some cover crop drilled just over the, back up in the hill there actually. So we'll see how that goes. And then, yeah, we need to get some nitrogen on some of the new grassland just to make that really kick on. So that's something else that we need to look into doing. So yeah, that's going to be a lot to take care of there. What I'm going to do right now, though, is set up the fence. The fence got the trailer on already. We're going to go and just clear up the rest of those round bale silage that we didn't get from the last cut we did up here. I think, because it's just me, I'm just going to stick the low loader out and then put the telehandler onto the back of it. And we should be good to go. Get those all brought up, and then like I say, we need to really act quickly. We've got a lot of ground that we want to get covered, and yeah, not so much. One thing we could be struggling with initially is going to be straw. We haven't got too much ground there. Now we were initially going to sell all of our own straw, so we've got a little bit of our own silage ground in, but for cereal crop is spring barley straw is going to be harvested and baled, but if we need to actually put it down on our own fields or in our own sheds there for our own cattle, that might be something we have to have a look into. So, yeah, that's going to be an interesting one for sure. Now, let's stick this up on here. What we might do actually. Up. I'm just going to turn this around actually, because I've got the forks on the back there. So how have you been anyway? I hope everyone is doing wonderfully well. Whatever you get up to, do let me know down below what you're working on right now. I always love reversing here up this because you get such a good view of that back wheel. Right up to there. Excellent, let's get this all strapped up and then we'll get ourselves down to the field, I reckon. Okie dokie then, so off we go. I'm just going to take our time down to the field. We're not going far, but because the rest of the guys are out and about, I'm just going to get this done myself. The rest of the team don't know yet about the expansion there, but they're going to soon know, but they're spending a lot of time in the field cracking on with the work there, so we'll have to see how that goes. A few different things I need to look into as well. We might have to find ourselves trading up a bit of equipment. Ultimately, we need to, with a lot more capacity there. I'm wondering about the old Fiat. I think I need to get something which can handle a few more rolls really around the farm, and maybe even put a loader onto the tractor as well, something that can have a good kind of 150, 160 horse tractor, something that we can push towards doing both basic yard loader work and also maybe sticking on towards a bit heavier in the field as well if the time is there and if the need is there. Well, we're all going up this way it seems. Everyone's on a convoy. Now how is it as well that I appear to be able to keep up with that little John Deere with an empty spreader when I've got a low loader with a loader on the back of it? Oh, now he's pulling away from me. We go on, go. So yeah, there's not too many bales in here either, but I just want to get more collected now, so it's another job done, really. And then we can get this. There's a little bit of grass left in this field. It's dry now. It's taking sweet time. We got a little bit of rain the other day, which just kind of knocked that on the head, as I was mentioning, but it's getting there, I think. So we'll wait and see. But other than that, not a lot else we can do. But we're just going to leave this not very flat ground anywhere. Just going to top this a little bit more. Leave it about there, I reckon. I might do it. And knock you off. So yeah, we're gonna get on with that one, but then yeah, I look forward to seeing where else we can go, to be honest. Everything you can kind of see in this shot right now going down the hill there, and even some of the ground on the other side of the river in the very far ground is all going to be mine now to farm, so that's going to be brilliant. This is the field just on the other side of the hedgerow here that we're going to get Daisy out to drill that cover crop into, which would be good just for her to get going with that. And off we go to the races, everybody. Excellent, so we're going to get pushing through with this. We'll take too long to do, like I say, and then after that we've got a few other things to go before we get on with some more fertilizer. What will probably end up being second crop by the time we get done and dusted, but that's not the worst thing in the world. There we go. And yeah, we'll see how that goes. So stay tuned for more updates on that. We're going to be starting to get some cattle brought in pretty quickly indeed. And I'm very much looking forward to see how that goes. I lost the bale off. I have to get that picked up. That started well, Jack. And we'll see how it goes. So let's just stop the surge of this bale. Whoop. There you go. That's probably going to require a bit of tape. And we'll get ourselves going. So for now, though, from me, Jack O'Brien, thank you ever so much for watching. I do hope you have enjoyed. This has been a short but a fairly significant update from me for the business. Which I was desperate to kind of share with you all anyway. If you have enjoyed and if you're excited to see where this goes, don't forget to hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, Simulation for the Nation, who kindly hosts everything, and we will see you in the next one. Until then though, have yourself a great day, enjoy what you're doing as always, and we'll see you later.